The Wire, Season 2, Episode 5, titled Undertow. Now, why I keep making that duck face? Is that the duck face, right? Is that the duck face? My lips look like pinkish red. I think they're just pink. It's the vitiligo, folks. So, now in this episode, things starting to get a little interesting. So, I remembered, I finally know the name of the head of the dock. His name's Frank Sabaka or something like this. Frank. They're doing most of their business primarily with a guy who just goes by the name of the Greek. My dog's over there growling. She growls and barks all the time. But I think this time it's a valid reason. But anyway, hey, come here. Come here. Go in there. Go in there. No, go in there. Now she's trying to play nice. No. 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 Trying to play nice. Let me finish this. Can I finish this? Can you let me finish this? No, you ain't gonna let me do it. But I still love you though. I still love you a little crazy, but anyway. So we've got okay. So the interesting thing is the guy I spoke about in my last couple uploads. I was concerned that he may be a liability. He's turning out to be as such. On his appearance by Method Man. So this little kid, the Frank character, this is his son. So the son works for him at the docks, but I feel like he's a liability. Things are slowing down at the dock, so he decides to get into drug business. Now, he's not exactly cut out for this, so now he owes some people money because he doesn't know what he's doing, which happens to be Method Man. What else happens? There's a lot going on in this episode. I don't want to really fudge this one up here. So you've got, so you got the kid. He's getting into drug business, but coincidentally, Frank is pretty much scared off because now the police are pressing him, digging into everything they can to try and get more information on these dead bodies because that's connected to the dock. But the kid is his son, and he's connected. That's the way he's connected to the dock because he works at the dock or that port, and now he's on drugs. So that's not a good mix. On top of that, I think his nephew or something like that is going behind his back and doing deals with this Greek character, and they want certain chemicals. And they go on the internet and they find out that the most likely reason they want these particular chemicals is in order to process drugs, but they're in the drug business, so it's a win-win because they owe somebody money. If they continue to scratch their back, then they'll scratch their back, things of that nature, so they can flip it, right? Now, the tie-in with this new drug scene is the fellows from the last season are doing bad because they basically lost the plug, as the kids would say, or walk off or whatever. They lost their connection for pure quality. So now they're losing more business, and business is transferring over to this new area where the cops coincidentally just happen to be investigating another case, right? So their stringer, I know the other guy's name now too. So the stringer's underneath Avon. This guy he's continuing to surprise me. The story itself surprises me that they would show an individual who's high ranking in a criminal organization actually educate himself, going to a community college studying business, and he's applying the things that he learns in that class to the drug game, which is, I think is, I put it like this. It's good to see some recognition. It's good to see that they're showcasing individuals who would be considered to be thuggish or not as bright, very oafish, very brutish, as intelligent and elegant. Even though he is boning old boy's girlfriend, but very soap opera-ish. But D, the character I'm talking about, he had no feelings for her that you could see from the last season. I mean, she really ain't really she's not really worth nothing. She just got pregnant by the boy, so that's that. I feel like. Where was I going? I think I'm going off too far here. Uh, so yeah, they're the fellows from the last season. Their organization is thinking about taking over that territory. Coincidentally, right? And you've got the old team. They've got a whole new mission. They're trying to gather as much information as they can on this Frank character, and that case, of course, is connected to the 14 or 13 dead women that found in a can on their port. That's getting rolled into their investigation on him as far as what is he doing as far as dirt's concerned. So everything's coming together, and I feel like it took a little while. 5 episodes. It took about 3 or 4 episodes for it to really start getting good again. Back into the episodes that I fell in love with as far as the first season is concerned. This is pretty good. I mean, like I said, I came into it spectacle. God, I need to learn how to talk. But I came into this episode with some like being a little bit standoffish because of what somebody was putting in my ear. But then when I watch it for myself, I'm like, oh, it's not bad. This is actually just as good as the last season. Oh yeah, and Omar makes another appearance in this episode, and Kima's old they call him CI or CI. I'm a little dyslexic, a little bit. Her old undercover guy, he's still putting in work for McNulty or McNulty. Well, he calls him McNutty, which I really like. Also, McNutty is McNulty. I'm gonna call him McNutty. I like that better. McNutty is it's like we know each other, right? No, that character is on a he's full of crusades. I swear he is. So now he's trying to figure out if he can ID at least one of those dead girls and try and notify the family because he doesn't want. It's a shitty way to go. Put it like that. They're already dead, but then to add insult to injury, when nobody identifies you, I think I was told this as a young kid for some odd reason. You get put nowadays. You get put in a cardboard box and you just get cremated. And I forget what they do with your ashes. They hold them for a certain amount of time and then dispose of them some way. I don't even know. So he has a really big heart. He doesn't want that to happen to these individuals because, I mean, they had a shitty life up until that point. I mean, a really shitty life. I mean, man, when you start thinking about the severity of what they're touching on in this particular season, I mean, I know that's way worse. That's way worse than anybody slanging drugs. You know what I mean? That's way worse than the act of selling drugs. It's on the same level as far as people who are in the grips of their vice. Now and the people that are affected by that. Now that's pretty much on the same level because it's doing is emotionally scarring human beings. And emotionally scarred human beings go out into the world and create a lot of fucked up situations for everybody else. These are some of the things that need to stop. But, greed will never allow that to happen. Okay, now I'm getting too personal, right? Try to stick on topic here. So, man, I really just blurted out everything in the episode almost, didn't I? Talked about Method Man's appearance as this big bad drug dealer. Talked about the older guy, the guys from the last season are now thinking about taking over new territory because they don't have good product. Talked about D and this girl situation, which is involved with the last guys. I gotta get this character's name. I'll try to get his name from the next episode. He's the one making all the moves with the Greek, and as far as the Frank guy, I think he's his nephew. I'm pretty sure he's his nephew. The Frank guy is under investigation by the old unit, and they're making waves. So I'm just going to get to it and watch the next episode.